What do you say? You've been saying happy holidays, right?
I've been telling people happy holidays because last year, everywhere I go, they're like, "Oh, happy holidays, have a good day," and I'm like, "Oh, happy holidays to you too, have a good day." And this year, I've been saying happy holidays to everyone. And it's like they never say it to me. I feel like a redheaded stepchild. I'm not getting no love.
They just kind of look at you too. It's kind of just like you get the head nod. So what does that even mean?
That's prison terms for bend over.
Yeah, what was your prison name?
My prison name was Leg Ryan, okay? And that's what I had to do. Sometimes I have to put my foot up there.
Why is that funny? It doesn't even make sense.
I don't think it's funny
everybody
anymore.
laughs at it when you say that.
Everyone laughs at it, but I'm just like, I don't know why. Why would you laugh? It's not funny. But just start off with, when you see me lead the story, goes, Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas, not have a good day. Who am I dealing with? The guy from the Green Mile? This is some bull.
Well, we did move to a different town. And that is one thing I'm curious about, because we went from a town over 100,000 people to, not single digits, but down to the thousands, let's say. It's a small town, a typical small town. So here you've been saying happy holidays everywhere we go. And that's where we're not getting reciprocation or whatever you want to call it. They're not saying it back. And I'm wondering if it's because they want to say Merry Christmas.
And then they should say it first, not go, okay, here's your receipt, have a good day. And I'm like, oh, you too, Merry Christmas.
But that brings up something interesting. I don't know if you guys have ever had a problem with saying Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, or, comment below and let me know what you think about, what do you say for Christmas? I stumbled across an interesting article, and I actually heard about it through Rogan initially, watching one of his podcasts, and that's that last year, comedian Whitney Cummings, and she announced this on, I almost said Leg Ryan.
She announced this on Leg Ryan,
Conan O'Brien's program, and that's that she got in trouble for saying Merry Christmas to a coworker. It was for a TV show. It says, well, I'll just read it. It says, comedian Whitney Cummings claims that she was reported to HR of a TV show that she was working on for saying Merry Christmas to an intern instead of saying Happy Holidays. Yeah, to elaborate on this, it says the HR employees told the 37-year-old the intern was very upset because she's agnostic, so she doesn't believe in God or a deity or anything like that, and doesn't celebrate Christmas. So how dare you, paraphrase, say Merry Christmas?
Called being a good person. Maybe.
Here's the thing. I'm not necessarily religious either. We're both, we've done paranormal investigations. We're open-minded. We're spiritual.
Yeah, because I believe in a lot, but not
religious.
I can't pick what I am, because I believe in a lot of things, and I've seen too much. You've seen too much.
Whoa.
Well, what?
The lights just went on and off.
What did?
Here, keep watching that. Sally, did you turn that light on and off?
That was this one. Oh my God.
So where it's just you can't fully believe in just one path.
I've seen some shit.
Yeah, I seen some stuff too. It was prison for 2 years. That's what I've seen. So when it comes down to it, it's personally, I don't know. Maybe that is really offensive to someone who doesn't believe in that. But I know, I hate to pull out this example, but for Jewish people, they don't celebrate Christmas.
Hanukkah.
Mm-hmm. So they celebrate Hanukkah. But when you say Merry Christmas to them, what do they come back and say? Mm-hmm. They'll usually say either, oh, I don't celebrate Christmas. Or most of the time, they'll, sorry, I don't celebrate Christmas. Or they'll say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm Jewish. And then you turn back and say, I'm sorry, happy Hanukkah. That's usually what ends up happening. That's all my experience. And I've had tons of this. I worked in an Amazon facility with so many mixed people there that has different religions and everything else. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I got to the point I had to say happy holidays because it was in a lot of the personal training stuff we had to take. But when it comes down to it, though, even if you did say something wrong with that, it's not like you said, oh, your religion. No, you sat there and went, okay, I'm sorry. Happy holidays. or I'm sorry, and just continuing on with what they are.
Here's the other kicker, though, and I don't know if you guys have had this happen to you, is I've resorted the last few years, and I've always said Merry Christmas, and I'll tell you why I say it here in a second, but I resorted to saying Happy Holidays just because I wanted to include everybody. I wanted to be nice. But then you have the occasional person, and it is occasional, but they will get so offended when you say Happy Holidays. Mm-hmm. I've had people like get in my face before and say, what, you don't believe in Christmas? What, you don't believe in Christ? That's what the holiday is all about. And like get in my face for it. It's like, I didn't say any of that. I'm happy to say Merry Christmas. I'm happy to say Happy Hanukkah, like anything.
Yeah, I'm down with
like
saying
that's where
it.
my heart's at. I'm just trying to be respectful, and then to have somebody blast you, like have you comment below if you guys have ever had something like that happen, because it blows my mind. Like it's insane. Like why? I don't know. So weird.
It's definitely weird. I think a lot of people's issues with it is just because, I don't know, maybe they were bullied growing up because they believed in a different religion and they got bullied from it. So maybe the psychological side is immediately once they hear someone go, hey, happy holidays.
Or they're just too religious.
Well, that could be a thing. But
even Christ said religion kills, spirit gives life.
That is
you need to be more spiritual.
But that still doesn't fully answer it, though. I mean, it could be a situation where they are too religious and they really stand tall with exactly what their God believes in, or maybe, like I said, they were picked on as a child, or maybe they're dealing with a rough time, and that just kind of triggers them to think about their past or their childhood and things like that.
Like here's how I use religion. Religion to me is about the do's and don'ts. It's like a whole bunch of rules, right? That's what I mean when I say the word religion versus like spiritual. And I think that's what in the Bible, like what Jesus was talking about, because Jesus sounded like a cool guy. Like, to be perfectly honest, I imagine him like this hippie dude that's just like full of love, like everybody get along,
but aren't you supposed to suck on Jesus though?
What?
Yeah, those little bread things at church.
No, you're supposed to bite and swallow Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You're supposed to swallow Jesus. My bad. Go ahead. Swallow. Take Jesus.
Jesus. I'm having some of this.
You need
Jake,
Jesus.
this egg roll is amazing.
Chicken egg roll. I love those.
The chicken egg rolls, you were on it. Did you eat your egg roll yet?
I ate one.
Anyway, so religion.
Have you had your egg roll yet? I ate one. Anyways.
When I say somebody's too religious, it's not to bash their faith. It's to say they're so focused on right and wrong and doing every little thing like by the book that they've missed the whole like heart of it, if you know what I mean. Like you can miss the point of something. Like just like Christmas, like focus on the gifts versus why you're getting the gifts. It's like the heart behind the thing. It's all about family and coming together because you may not have them the next year.
Yeah, and I know that's a big issue for us. That hit home for us, and I'm not going to go into like really soppy details, but we've had a lot of issues in our family this year. So a lot of what we deal with is like, this year it's truly not about gifts. I mean, we have family moving from states, everyone moving and doing their own thing, and I'm trying to get back on our toes, and a lot of people don't have it. And I can truly say our family is not about, it's about the gifts. It's truly right now about being together because we've just been so busy, or we've been gone,
we've all
we haven't
been
seen each
separated
other
this year, like so many other people across the country.
Yeah, and we are lucky the states have not declared that they're going to be shut down, so we can travel.
I think California is the main one that I've heard about.
I think New York wasn't it?
I don't know if New York...
I know the East Coast was getting... At least I've seen some news clippings from it that obviously, as you know, some news articles are actually legitimate, some are not, especially when you find them on Facebook. Who knows?
You don't know these days. Mainstream media, fake news is out there, guys.
I believe in that. Right, Santa? Oh, fake news.
Yeah,
Fake news.
You're too slow. Speed it up.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Let's do the Trump one.
A fake news. I hate you.
One last thing I wanted to say about Christmas is here's my point, and here's why I'm not afraid to say Christmas because when I turn to the calendar, it says Christmas Day. I know there's other holidays. I know there's Hanukkah. I know there's all kinds of faiths out there. So I'm not being like inconsiderate by saying, hey, Merry Christmas today because the calendar says it's Christmas. Like it's not even a spiritual religious thing to me. Back to the coming story. Like this is going to be an interesting podcast.
About you swallowing or the woman?
I could think of so many names for this podcast.
The Coming Out podcast.
Coming out, yes, exactly. Erecting Santa.
Okay. You were saying let's stay on.
I'm gonna get
track.
banned from YouTube.
Guys, we are on like a high horse right now.
I have a clean mind too. I really do. I'm just innocent enough that I say things and don't know what the hell I said.
That's
my problem.
Just keep going.
So
I'm gonna play
Cummings.
the tricky triangle.
Do the tricky triangle. That thing's fun. Keeps me entertained for hours. She argued that it wasn't her role to figure out which of her coworkers believe in God or don't believe in God. And that's kind of how I feel is like, I don't know what her motive was, but it seems like she was just saying Merry Christmas, like good gesture, not pushing religion in her face. And it's like, I feel like things get so politicized that it's like, well, what if somebody from some other religion we haven't heard of doesn't believe in saying happy holidays or Merry Christmas because they don't believe in holidays? And I do know there's some religious groups that do not believe in holidays.
Oh, there are quite a few religious groups that don't believe in holidays, but I mean, I'm also like now having a chance to really think about it. I'm also thinking about it as the HR perspective because you can't, as HR, you can't sit there and say, really? They said Merry Christmas, get over it. They can't say that. They have to say, hey, we're sorry.
What if she set it up? And by the way, I'm
Mark
going to butcher
Wahlberg?
his last name, Harder or whatever his name is. Longtime trucker. I've interviewed him before. Sent in this awesome calendar. But it says Merry Christmas. What if it's on Christmas and she simply says, acknowledges the day? How is that wrong from an HR perspective? That's what I think.
It's not, but I mean, if you're in an HR situation, you just have to keep the peace. That's unfortunately what HR has to do.
But do you have to compromise like reality for that? That's what I wonder because it's like it says Christmas. I'm acknowledging the freaking calendar. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, no. Because I mean,
it's like I'm not pushing it in your face.
I can't say any names, but there was two guys I worked with, and one ended up getting fired for a few reasons, but there was the other one, and they had two different religions. They were two different nationalities, and they worked really well together, and they understood a lot of people's things. But one situation happened, and the one guy from HR just said, they were just trying to be nice. And this person went off at him. They're like, no, they don't believe in what I believe in. They should not be saying this. You guys should make a policy saying you can't say Merry Christmas. You can't say it's a thing. And HR just kind of has to take it because if they don't, what's going to get done? Now, usually HR would do this. Hey, bud, try not to say it because of, a nationality thing. But we also don't know the full story with Mrs. Cummings. So...
That's
for
true.
all we know, she sat there and went like, oh, what religion are you? It's like, oh, I'm this. And it's like, oh, Merry Christmas. It could have been like that. We don't know the full story. But I do know as HR, you just have to keep the peace. That's really what HR is about, is keeping the peace.
Like organized chaos, I think. It's the organized chaos department.
That you can't ever get around. That's
but I'm
pretty
sure,
much what it is.
I mean, what do you guys think? Tell us in the comments. What do you say over the holidays? Is it wrong to say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays? Because I just think, where'd our freedoms go in this country? Like, that's what I wonder, because it's like the kind gesture thing. Okay, I know there's cultures, like if you nod your head, it's offensive. And yet, to a lot of Americans, that's like a sign of respect. Like, you give a little head nod, especially the guys. I've seen them do it to each other in Texas.
What are you watching? Are you watching? What are you watching? Why are you watching this?
10-gallon hat country right there. But yeah, it's Texas where the guys do it with each other in Texas anyway.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow. You
Head
were
nod.
saying.
my point is, shouldn't we be looking at like the heart of what somebody's gesture is? Like if they're trying to be kind and saying, hope you're having a good day, have safe holidays, and somebody gets offended because you said holidays and they don't believe in holidays. It's like you were trying to be kind. You weren't trying to force anything on that person. And you have every right as a free American to, say happy holidays.
I agree.
It's ridiculous. It's almost...
Unfortunately, people have a bug up their butt. It's that time of year. Dude, look at Walmart today, okay? That place was packed.
Oh my God, it
if
was
you
crazy.
had an ant farm and you seen a bunch of ants traveling in a line, and then they dug a tunnel and they looked at each other, and just went, okay, where do we go now? That was Walmart, okay? Every aisle, it was stuff in the middle of the aisle. You had to weave in between, and then the people just shopping, and it was the Walmart employees. I was like, I'm gonna leave this here. Idiots.
People about running into each other. It's crazy.
Oh, I wanted to take that one woman out with the cart. Sitting there. You sit there and when you walk down the main aisle, you can walk a little bit faster, but when you're coming out of an aisle, you gotta take it slow. You gotta look both ways. It's just like traffic. This woman hightailed it out of there and
She
almost
about
slammed
T-boned
into
us.
the cart. And I was, honestly, I'm in a mood today to where I don't care. So you want to go, Santa? Oh my God. You wanna go? I will have a recount. I'm telling you. I could declare a recount. Poor Santa. Santa Claus is the new Trump.